What a remarkable journey today. There's so many poignant places, including this lane, Mill Lane. I have a great connection with this lane. It looks nice, the bright light on the back of that lad's walking bag. Very good. Yeah, I'm going to put the camera up a little bit. There's a piece of land just up here with an oak tree in the centre of it. Beautiful oak tree. And as long as I can ever remember, I've dreamt that that would be my land. It's just brought it back to me. I mean, I haven't forgotten about it, but I've obviously come to terms with it never will be. Probably never be for sale. My younger me coveting a piece of land, and I can actually capture on full 4K that piece of land, which I haven't seen for probably 30 years. I'm hoping it's not in here and we can't see it for the hedgerows. You talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I find my land. I mean, Michelle and I did eventually bring our children up on a beautiful piece of land, little farm. You know, it could be any number of these. Here it is. This one here. You can't see it for the bramble bushes. So we're now turning into Brockenhurst. And we're going to turn right and go over the railway track, I think. Oh, they go fast through here, don't they? I swear they never used to go that fast.
Steve and the show settling down for the night. It's been a bonking long day and they are feeling alright. No saddle sores, no swollen feet. It's time to chill, time to eat. Thank you for joining us on this ride. Good night, sleep tight, tomorrow we ride.
I'm liking where we are. I think we might get the odd morning walker, but I don't think we'll get any forest rangers. And I think at the very least Michelle and I can have a few hours stop here, put the bikes in amongst the undergrowth a little bit and sit like we're having a picnic for a while, and then we'll probably see the sun start to go down around about 9:30, and we put the tent up and get to sleep because the sun's back up again at about 4:30, so we might as well get an early night and a good sleep. I'll sleep like a log tonight, I'm tired. So we're somewhere between Brockenhurst and Christchurch in the New Forest, not as far as I had planned to go, but then we only set off at about 2:30, 3 o'clock. So happy days. See you later.
Steve and the show settling down for the night. It's been a bonking long day and they are feeling alright. No saddle sores, no swollen feet. It's time to chill, time to eat. Thank you for joining us on this ride. Good night, sleep tight, tomorrow we ride. feet. It's time to chill and time to eat. Thank you for joining us on this ride. Good night, sleep tight, tomorrow we ride.
And we're going to go with a 4-egg omelette, I think, yeah?
Yeah.
4 eggs, and then I'll add the chicken in. I'll add the chicken in a moment. Actually, I'll let the mushrooms. I'm making it up as I'm going along.
Wow.
We knew we had eggs. We had eggs left over before we left the house, so I said to Michelle, we'll make a nice omelette. I'm not a big fan of omelettes, but if they've got a lot of flavour in them, I'll enjoy it. So I'm happy with those. I'm going to take my chicken covered in cumin and black pepper. Oh, it was strips. Now I've got a mixture here of strips and cubes. And what I want to do actually, I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut these bits of chicken. Actually I might need the board again. So I'd rather the chicken was in smaller cubes. So I had a mixture. I did some strips because I wasn't sure if we might want to use them as strips. And I did the little cubes which went in our wrap. There is no running water in this part of the wilderness. We've got no rivers here. Oh, look at that. Do you think 4 eggs are going to bind that? I think actually, Michelle, we might reduce down to a 3-egg omelette. Because I've got a packet of 6 eggs. If I use 3 eggs, then we've got 3 left over to maybe make another omelette tomorrow. Do you think that chicken will last?
We might have eaten it by tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it'll be gone by the morning. Okay, I don't like cracking my eggs on the side of the pan because quite often that, when you put an edge like that, you'll get bits of egg in. You want to do it on a flat surface, maybe this gas can. So let's break the eggs in now. 1. 2. Beautiful eggs, free range. Beautiful, great British eggs. Let's just break those up. Might need to add a little more salt and pepper into this. I'll give it a taste. There is no kitchen. Any mistakes made here, I can't clean up. We're going to serve this with some baked beans. I bought more cans of baked beans than I care to, so I want to get rid of some of them. Now, when we walked the joggle from John O'Groats to Land's End, Michelle and I drove very fond of just tins of cold baked beans. Now, I could heat the beans up, but to be honest, trust me, they taste exactly the same as... Do you think, Michelle?
Absolutely, yeah. And it just makes a mess in the pan.
It just makes a mess. So what we'll crack these beans open and we'll serve them over for me, to the side for Michelle. There's a high content to egg in this omelette. It's more like mushroom and chicken held together with a little bit of egg. Either way, I can guarantee you it's going to be delicious. And we've earned it today. We've cycled for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Only 3 hours. I mean, it wasn't maybe as far as we're planned to do later. I was just saying to this lot while they're here.
They're here, are they?
Here
Are they here for
us.
dinner?
Oh, do I need to make a place setting for you as well?
We've only got 2 plates.
We have coordinates somewhere in the New Forest.
Absolutely.
You'll have to be here in the next 15 minutes. So I was saying, butter. I would love to have some butter. Butter is not something we're going to be able to use very much on this walk.
We get little pats of butter.
Yeah, but the butter in this summer weather, it's just going to be wet and soggy, and it's not going to be good.
We have lots of gas.
We have lots of gas.
You haven't got to do anything quickly.
There'll be somewhere along this journey where we're complaining we haven't got enough gas.
Absolutely.
Oh yes, it's coming away. nicely. I might get Michelle in a moment just to give you a...
Different angle. I'd leave it a bit longer, I reckon.
I think it might be burning on the bottom.
Okay then, all right then.
Because the pan's not seasoned, it's not non-stick. So you can see it's coming away, but I think also, is it... Can you see under there, Michelle?
No, I can't really
Is it
see.
sticking? Oh, yum.
Need a bigger spoon.
I've got a spatula of sorts.
I come in close while you're serving?
You might not want to, but
We shall. We don't want to miss this.
you don't want to miss it. There we go. Now, what I want to do, Michelle, if you just come in here, look at it, because it has slightly caught and burnt on the bottom, only because the pan is brand new and we haven't seasoned it properly. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, looks good.
It tastes good. I had a little taste just now.
Smells good.
We have a limited amount of countertop. I wonder if that'll hang down there without pulling it over. It will, it will. And for me, I'm just going to put these cold beans over the top. And then I'm coming over to you. Do you want yours over or beside?
No, beside.
Okay. Michelle's more compartmental eater.
Shall I come in closer?
Yeah, you can get a picture if you wish. So trust me, I know this looks really plain. Bon appetit, Michelle.
Food.
This is trail food. We'll be careful I don't get mine.
Yeah, don't dangle
My
your dangly. You woggle.
Oh, yum.
Oh yes. Omellette's good.
I put a little extra pepper on mine. You want anything on yours, Michelle?
You can put a bit of salt on mine.
It's blowing, there's a wind. So I'm actually, if I come over here, some of it will go
Might land on your
on
plate.
food. So we're going to have this, give it a quick clean up.
Told you we wouldn't be having venison and mushrooms every day.
I know what would put a lot of people off would be the cold beans.
Cold beans, yeah. I think one with cold baked beans.
But when we were hiking from Scotland down to the south of England, we would eat the cold beans out of the tins.
We would.
I thought it was an interesting cycle today. We passed so many spots that were reminiscent of my past. So many spots, I was surprised.
And I was even more surprised that we went down, right at the very beginning, we went down some little lanes that I never even really knew existed. And
They were barely 500 yards from where you grew up.
Yeah, yeah. But maybe they've become paths since. I mean, this wasn't a planned meal, was it? We will do sort of more plan a meal, buy what we need, and know that's for the next couple of days. This was just sort of food that we had left over that we thought we'd take with us.
Leftovers, yeah.
Leftovers, yeah.
Do you know, I'd like a coffee. Would you?
We could probably have a coffee. We've got enough water, so we've got some in the morning.
Stop the camera, Michelle. Send them away. Send everyone away. I'm going to sit back, have a coffee, then I'm going to put the tent up and we're going to have an early night.
We are.
Michelle and I have woken up in this beautiful spot.
It was misty this morning.
Yeah.
Very misty.
So we're surrounded by horses and cows. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's the odd dog walker. We've seen 2 this morning.
Yes.
And they've been very friendly.
Yeah, very friendly.
Slept okay?
Yeah, not too bad at all.
I
I was a bit lazy. I didn't zip the sleeping bags together, so I kept sliding off my feet. So tonight the sleeping bags will be zipped together.
It didn't bother me. I slept like an absolute log. Comfortable. Actually, the temperature was, for me, was perfect.
It wasn't cold. Just occasionally, it sort of it would go off my feet, the sleeping bag, so that made it be a little bit cool. But it wasn't a cold night, no.
We're just chilling with a coffee. We've got a little bit of porridge, little overnight oats to have before we set off. We're probably not going to film. I filmed a lot yesterday, and I said to Michelle, I almost want to just do this journey without filming so much. So what we'll do is we will, and then I get the camera out and start filming. But we will actually temper the amount of filming we do so we can enjoy the journey as much as possible.
So we won't be filming every single step of the journey. It would be filming interesting bits and along the way more, isn't it? So you can actually enjoy the moment of we're cycling along and enjoy the day.
Because this whole journey was not about YouTube, it was about Michelle and I. It was really hard to leave yesterday, I must admit.
Yeah,
we were both feeling super, I want to say sad. It was that stepping off the edge feeling that we all often, the anticipation of leaving, it was really hard to leave. But I can tell you, having left, it was the right thing to do again. It's working, it feels great. The solar panels hanging over the edge of the tent there, charging up the power bricks. We've got another solar panel over here.
Yes, you're working well, aren't they?
We left these chairs up in our vestibules last night so we could just get up and have breakfast. Michelle's packed up, I've done the breakfast and made coffee. So we're feeling good.
Yeah, we're getting into the flow of it slowly.
We're not going to rush off. I
No.
mean, I feel we might not even leave here till midday. And there's no hurry. We're not in a hurry to get anywhere. We just want to enjoy the journey. I said to Michelle yesterday, we travelled for several months with our children around Europe when we were younger, when they were younger. And some of the most memorable, most enjoyable times when we stopped for many weeks.
Yeah. We used to find a spot, we think, oh, we like it here. And then we just kept extending it, and they were great, weren't they?
Yeah. So while the journey is important, it's also the experience of stopping sometimes and taking things in. I don't want to be like the joggle where we were constantly up, walk, and we had such short days. It was we want to experience this a bit more. So there will be times when there'll be sections where we just don't film at all, and that's mainly because there's not anything outstanding happening. But I'll try to post regularly on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, I think as well, if I can get my head around that, and of course on YouTube, which is our primary.
I mean, hopefully you're going to get regular videos, but it just won't be every step of the journey, will it? It'll just be interesting bits.
So yesterday we cycled to here. We're near a place, I think it's towards Christchurch maybe, in the New Forest. It wasn't a long day. We didn't start till about 2:30 in the afternoon, and we've ended up in this phenomenal, it's beautiful spot. How do you feel physically?
Okay. No problems at all. A little bit achy last night, but like the jogger woke up this morning, it's all fine.
Yeah, feel
no
good.
Problem.
The aches have gone.
I felt good yesterday riding, actually. I was really, the bike was, never had it as laden as it is, because it's fully laden now.
When we went, talking about laden, sorry Michelle, I've interrupted you, but you did feel good. But when we went to set off, the bikes felt so heavy. My bike particularly felt so heavy. I said to Michelle, I think we're overweight. So we actually went back into the house and unloaded everything and re-weighed it. Now, as it happens, we're probably 40, 50 kilos under the limit that the bikes can take, including my body weight. So that was a good.
Yeah.
But it felt heavy.
But it was okay. Did you find it was okay when you were riding it?
Yeah, It didn't feel any different than any other ride.
No. It was a good route that we did. Not too many hills.
Yeah.
Just a few gentle hills. Only had to get off and push once, because that's when.
Well, that's because you messed up. You didn't know there was a left turn.
No,
coming.
I was ahead of you, which I usually am behind, but I was ahead of you, and you shouted and you said left, and it was left onto a hill, and I couldn't get up the hill.
Michelle had already sort of come to a stop, whereas I sort of sailed round the corner using the downhill momentum to go up, and we had to cycle then through a campsite, which was very pretty.
Yep.
Can't remember the name of the campsite. Can you remember the name?
Denny Wood
campsite. Very pretty.
Yeah.
The whole forest has been very pretty.
And then this bit along here was cool, and I mean, you looked on the map to say, okay, we should probably stop soon because we're not sure what's going to be after this. So we had a look, and we sort of
just pitched for this.
Yeah.
We could see it was a popular dog walking area, but really that's to the far side of us here. So just wanted to update you all. We are still heading west. We've got, I say 300 miles, but it's probably more like 250 miles maybe to get to the start point where we'll be turning around and coming back all the way up to Scotland. In the meantime, for Michelle and I think we'll sign off and have our porridge.
Get ready for another cycling day.
I'm not moving from here for a while.
He's enjoying it.
No, the calm. If I listen. beautiful. You can hear bumblebees and flies, and I can just hear maybe some more people coming. Maybe our third dog walkers of the morning.
Maybe.
We'll see. But everything, the birds, just the movement of the air. It's so relaxing compared to being sat in a house. Take care. Love to you all. See you shortly on the road.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on this ride. Good night, sleep tight. Tomorrow we ride.